Let us continue uh, with the next subheading, that is string instructions. All right. That is, see, one thing that you have to understand in string instruction is string is series of bytes or series of words stored in sequential memory locations. All right. 8086 provides some instructions which handle string operations like string movement, comparison, scan, load, and store. In my previous video, I have taught about load and store instruction. Load SB, load SW, all right, and store SB and store SW. Here I can just show you once again. Yeah, see here. Load SB and load SW. Okay, I missed telling one point here. Load SB is used to store string byte. String byte means what? Now, for example, the set of byte-sized data you want to move from one location to another location. The source location and the destination location is fixed here. All right. Here it is already given. It loads the content of the memory location addressed by SI into AL register. So the AL register is destination and source is the memory location addressed by SI. Okay. From that source, you have string of bytes, not just one byte of data. Okay, one after the other, there are string of bytes which are present. Okay, that means now, for example, there is a box in which there are more than one book. All right, now suppose there are 5 books in a particular box. Okay, if we use move instruction, it is like moving one single book from that box to some other destination. Okay, if we use load instruction, that means we are moving all the books from that box to some other position one after the other. Means all the books in that from that box is being moved from that box to some other location. All right, but move is used only to move one single book from that particular box. Okay, now here when I say box, it is one big string. Okay, now the size of the book can be either byte or word, either byte or word. All right, so that is what is should be, that is what should be understood in case of string instructions. Now suppose you want to compare one single data. Okay, byte size single data, then you can directly use CMP, compare data, and by default if another data is present in some other memory location, then that will be compared. Now if I want to compare continuously a string of data which is bite sized, then you can make use of CMPS. Okay, CMPSB, CMPSW. When SW is used, when your byte sized, when your data which has to be compared is word size. That means the size of the book in, there are 2 boxes now. When you're comparing, then there are 2 boxes, each containing the which is containing more than few books. All right, then each of the book from both the boxes is being compared. What is the size of each book there? When it is CMPSW, it is word sized. When it is SB, then it is byte sized. So in comparison, it is like that. But in move or scan, in scanning is also a kind of comparison only. Okay, but the outcome of scanning is different from the outcome of comparison. All right, now for example, comparison and subtraction. What is the outcome of comparison and subtraction? Basically comparison is also subtraction only, right? But what is the outcome of comparison? The flag bits are being updated, but in addition but in subtraction, the subtraction is also done, and flag bits are also updated, and at the same time the result is also stored. The result is also stored in the destination. So that is what is the difference between comparison and subtraction, isn't it? Likewise, comparison and scanning is also done on the basis of comparison, but the outcomes are different. So individual, each and every instruction's meaning and their explanation, I have given a link for you. I've shared a link with you people, so you can go through that link, wherein which the meaning of each and every instruction is given. All right. Broadly, you should know that string instructions are used in order to deal with string of bytes. Okay, string of words. All right, which is located sequentially in the memory location. Okay. So similarly, here you have a certain examples: move SB, move SW, move S, all right, and load S, load SB, load SW, STOS SB, STOS SW. So that is what is the intention behind having the store instructions. All right. Next we have description of 8086 instructions. We are familiar with the more or less all the instructions here. So let's just see you. Move instruction. First is move instruction. Types of move instructions. Move memory slash register comma data. Move a AC. It should be AL or AH. Okay. So move AC or AL. AL or AH comma memory. Move memory comma register. Then move register slash memory comma memory slash register. Okay, then move memory comma memory is not possible. Okay, one point earlier we came across, movement of the data from one memory location to another memory location is not possible. Likewise, move port comma port is also not possible. Okay, then next move segment register comma memory slash register. Move memory slash register comma segment register. We have seen number of examples on that. All right, you can just go through once. Then we have load LDS, load store exchange instructions. In that we will see. Okay, there are few instructions who have a unique function to be performed. Okay, one among that is LDS. What is the function of LDS? Okay, first we will see the format. LDS space register comma memory, register comma memory. So this instruction loads a word means 2 bytes from a specified memory location into the specified register. Okay, so the data is going from the memory locations. The data is going from the memory locations into the specified register. Furthermore, it also loads a word from. Furthermore, it loads a word from next two memory locations into DS register. Okay. So what is the first job done by LDS? LDS, the moment your processor comes across the instruction LDS, it will move 2 bytes from the particular memory location into a specified register. Then after that, what it will do? It will move next to memory locations. Okay, loads the word from next to memory locations into DS register. How is that done? For example, LDS SI comma, this is the memory location. All right. So SI will be loaded with the word, that is 2 bytes. Means SI is a 16-bit register. 0200 if we are writing here, then that means it is a memory address of the memory location, which is 8-bit in size. So the 0200 and 0201 data will be loaded into SI. All right. Then after that, what will happen? The next two memory locations data, that is after 01 it is 02 and 03. These two memory locations content will be loaded into DS register. This is what is done, and it is fixed. Load DS. It is LDS is nothing but load DS. Okay. And next instruction, that is LES register comma memory. This instruction loads the word, that is 2 bytes, from the specified memory location into the specified register. Okay. Furthermore, it also loads a word from next two memory locations into ES register. Okay. In extra segment register, it will load just similar to that of LDS. DS would be loaded. Here, ES will be loaded. So here, for example, LES DI comma BX. So what is happening here? The BX is holding the address. BX is holding the address of the data, right? Which is stored in a particular memory location. So that BX and BX plus 1 will be stored in DI. DI is also a 16-bit register. So BX and BX plus 1 means next memory consecutive memory locations data will be stored in DI. So after completing this, what is it supposed to do? It is supposed to move the content of the next two consecutive memory locations into ES register. Okay, extra segment register. So that is the main function of LDS and LES. Okay, load DS register and load ES register. Okay. Next instruction is LEA register comma memory. Load effective address. LEA stands for load effective address. So this instruction loads offset address into the specified register. It can also determine the offset address of a variable memory location specified in the instruction to load it into the specified register. So what it basically does is load the effective address into the specified register. Okay, whichever register is specified here, it will be loaded with the offset address of the particular data. Okay, LEACX comma, suppose you have BX plus SI plus 0532. So how do we calculate the offset address? Not the physical address, the offset address. Just add the content of BX, SI and this immediate value 0532. That will be the offset address. Alright. So the entire offset address will be loaded into Cx. Now, this temperature is nothing but the label. Okay. The label will also have the particular address, right? So that address in that offset address will be loaded into Bx. Okay. Next, you have LAHF, load AH, load AH. Okay, what should be loaded in AH, that we will see. The instruction loads low order 8 bits of the flag register. Okay. Do you remember we had once said while studying move instruction that move instruction cannot be used in order to load the content of a flag register into some other register, or the content of any other register cannot be loaded into flag register, right? Now recollecting that and connecting that to this instruction LAHF. Now LAHF is the instruction wherein which it is used in order to load the content of lower byte of the flag register into AH register. This instruction loads the low order 8 bits of the flag register into AH register. Flags loaded into AH register would be, which are all the flags which are on the lower byte, that is 0 to 7. If you see the flag register, you will find SF register, sign flag, zero flag, auxiliary flag, parity flag and carry flag are present on the lower order of the entire flag register. So the content of this will be loaded in AH. Okay, in the same sequence. If you see the flag register content, if after SF sign flag, if there is empty, either it is undefined or reserved, then that will not be loaded into AH register. Okay, that will be left blank. All right. So in the same sequence, because AH register is 8 bit and what we have written here only are 5 bits, right? So what about the 3 bits? That 3 bits also will be loaded accordingly. whatever is the content from 0 to 7 of flag register, that will be loaded accordingly in AH register. Next, you have SAHF. The instruction stores the content of AH register into low order bits of flag register. Now, flag register can be loaded by making use of SAHF instruction. Okay, you should remember this. This is important. Which is the instruction used in order to load the flag register? That is SHF. Only the low order bits. Okay, only the low order bits means 0 to 8 bits of the flag register can be loaded with the content of AH register by making use of the instruction SAHF. Okay. Next you have XL80, XL80B. Okay. So what does this mean? This instruction reads a byte from the lookup table. Actually, lookup table is a table wherein which you give a particular set of inputs and it produces the outputs mm, according to the specification mentioned, okay, prior to giving the inputs. There is a table. Now, for example, I give the specification for the table as mm, gender. Okay, gender. So if I give the specification as gender, then that lookup table will be inspected only for female and male, F and M. Okay. If anything else is being input, then it will not accept or it will discard it. So the content of the lookup table will be inspected or examined for female or male. All right. So likewise, if we have an operation of say division, and if I give the particular input, two inputs, then the output will be produced using that specification division. Then the two inputs will be divided and the output will be given accordingly. This is the meaning of a lookup table. Okay, lookup table means that table will be given a specification and the outputs will be produced according to the inputs and the specified denomination for that particular lookup table. Okay. Now, this instruction reads a byte from the lookup table. The BX register is loaded with the starting address. BX register is loaded with the starting address of the lookup table. An 8-bit data element is placed in AL. When XL80 is executed, the AL and BX are added to give the desired offset address of the lookup table. The content of the memory location having the offset address AL plus BX is moved to AL register. This instruction is used for code conversion. An element of one code is placed in AL, corresponding other code is in the lookup table. So what it basically does is, the BX register is loaded with the starting address of that lookup table. There is a particular lookup table which is having the starting address. First job done is the starting address will be loaded into the BX register. Okay, 8-bit data element is placed in AL. An 8-bit data element is placed in AL. Okay, that can be an input. So after execution of XL80, both the content of BX and AX are added. BX and AL are added. After adding AL and BX content, that will be used as a desired offset address. Okay, desired offset address of what? Of the output. Okay, which will be generated. All right. So that you should remember with respect to XL80 and XL80B. Exchange register. This instruction exchanges the contents of the 16-bit specified register with the contents of the AX register. XCHG register. All right. The default register here is AX register. AX register is the default register. Okay, the contents of the 16-bit specified register here will be exchanged with the contents of the AX register. Then XCHG register comma memory slash register. The instruction exchanges the contents of the 8-bit or 16-bit specified register with the content of an 8-bit or 16-bit specified register or memory location. So both there is no default register here. Okay, there's no default register here. Both the register and the register mentioned here has to match in size. Okay, or this can be a memory location also. Next, you have push instruction and pop instruction, which we have already studied in detail in our previous videos. All right. Now here, push F is something that you are coming across for the first time. Push F and pop F means the push, it pushes the content of the flag register. Push F means pushes the content of the flag register onto the stack, and pop F means it will move the content of the stack into the flag register. All right. Next, you have in and out instruction, I guess. Yes. In and out instruction, we have already studied this in case of 8085. So, in and out instruction is used in order to access the peripherals, right? Ports. Access the peripherals using the port addresses. For example, you have register IO instructions are used to transfer between the accumulator and the IO port. In is used to read the data from the IO port. A port address can be any value ranging from 0 to FFFH. All right. Then you have the first 0 to FF can directly be written in the instruction itself. Port address is greater than FF have to be stored in the register DX. So what does that mean? If the address of the port is 8-bit or less than 8-bit, then it can be directly mentioned in the instruction. If it goes beyond 8-bit, then it has to be loaded into DX register. The address of the port, if it is more than 8-bit, then it has to be loaded into the DX register. For example, in AL port address. In AL port address means the port address here is less than or equal to 8-bit. Okay, it is lying between 0 to FFH. So that port address content will be loaded into AL register. That is what is given here. In AL DX means DX is holding the address of the port which is more than 8-bit. Okay, port address is 16-bit. That is more than 8-bit. This content is nothing but the address of the port which is loaded in DX register. Then that address will be accessed and the content of the port will be loaded into AL register. Okay. Then similarly here, when here the destination size was 8-bit and here the destination size is 16-bit. So what will happen? In AX port, that means the port address mentioned here is lying between 0 to 8-bit. Okay. So now that address will be loaded, content of that address will be loaded into AL. Then next address will be accessed, whose content will be loaded into AH. Okay. Because the destination here is AX, 16-bit. Okay. In AX DX means whatever is the content of the DX register is the acting as the address of the data, which will be loaded into AL register. Then AH will be loaded with the DX plus 1. Next consecutive address. Okay. Then you have in EAX port. Now what is this EAX? EAX is 32-bit register. This EAX can exist along with AX register, BX register, CX register or DX register. This is there in the link that I have given. Okay. Now AX register is 16-bit. Okay. Then this can be split into two 8-bit registers, AL and AH. Now if I want a one complete register which is 32-bit in size, that is also possible in 8086. So such registers are called as EAX, EBX, ECX, EDX registers. The size of all these registers is 32-bit, where the first 16-bit will be the register that is mentioned. Okay. Next, it will be attached with the another 16-bit of register. Okay. If at all, if there is a necessary of using 32-bit size register, then we can make use of EAX. Now, what is the use here? Now, suppose I write in EAX comma port. How will it be transferred? Is the transfer taking place? Comma port means the address of the port is 8-bit. Fine. So the content of that port will be loaded into EAX. 8-bit data will be loaded into AL. Then next 8-bit data will be loaded into the port plus 1. That means port plus 1 will be accessed and the content of that will be loaded into AH. Next port plus 2 will be accessed and that will be loaded into next 8-bit. Then port plus 3 content will be fetched and then that will be loaded into next 8-bit of EAX. So port plus 1, port plus 2, port plus 3. These are the 4 addresses being accessed. 4 addresses being accessed means 8-bit data being accessed 4 times. Okay, that means total 32 bits data we have loaded from a particular port to the register that is 32-bit in size, that is EAX. All right. So now here next is in EAX comma DX. So DX is holding the address DX to DX plus 3. Data will be loaded into EAX. Okay. Out port comma AL. What does that mean? Opposite to in. So we are loading the content of AL here to the particular port address mentioned. Okay. Similar to that, for out AL comma DX. DX is holding the address of the port which is more than 8-bit. Okay. Out AX port comma AX. All right. So AX is now 16-bit data. So 16-bit data will be loaded twice into port and port plus 1. All right. In the port means what? Port means 8-bit address of the particular port. So that in that port we are loading the content of AL. Port plus 1 is the next consecutive address of the port. That will be loaded with the content of AH. That's it. Similarly, out DX comma AX. Okay. Next you have push and pop instruction which is being repeated here, which has been in detail explained to you all already. Okay. Now there are few instructions here, arithmetic, logical instructions, increment, decrement instructions. These instructions are being in detail explained in your link that I have given. All right, please go through that. If you have any doubts, we will discuss. All right. Thank you for watching my video. Stay safe, stay at home.